Welcome back to Ferris Sports Update. Time to check in with Bulldog Hockey and joined by Associate Head Coach Drew Famulak. And Coach, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Obviously a big weekend for your team this past weekend. I got two big wins over against a Lake Superior State team that had been playing pretty well.
Yeah, they were playing very well. You know, they came off a good week before us. And the week before, we had one good game and one game where we just didn't happen for us. But I like the way our guys bounced back. Especially Friday night, jumping out to that 2-0 lead.
As we go to the highlights here shortly, obviously a home-and-home series, a little unique. You had the long travel kind of between the two games on Friday and Saturday.
Yeah, we got we had a little weather. You know, I think it was 4 a.m. by the time we got to bed in the hotel. But overall, I like the concept. Our crowd here was tremendous. I thought their crowd was tremendous. So I think it was a win-win for both teams.
So we'll start with Friday's game, Star Wars night at the Avon Ice Arena. You mentioned a nice crowd on hand here, and they kind of saw a little bit of everything. Had several replay reviews, among other things, here in this game.
You know, that's the good thing. Hey, they do the replays. They want to make sure it's right. So you got to kind of take the good with the bad. But I think they got everything that was needed to get done. And you know, it was just a good game in terms of us starting early and then finishing it off at the end.
Obviously a scoreless first period here, but you had a big advantage in total shots, really got some opportunities in that first period.
We did. I think it was 18-8 or 19-8 or something. But like I said, we were on our toes early, played very well, and we at that point I thought we really deserved that 2-0 lead.
As you come out in the second period here, you get the first goal. How important was it to get the first couple goals here in the second period?
It was very important. You know, at times we've struggled to score goals, but hasn't been a lack of chances. You see a nice finish there by Luigi. It's just a matter now of being a little more consistent in our 5-on-5 play.
Obviously, I got some big goals here over the course of the weekend, but kind of did it by committee and had a lot of guys that really worked their way into the scoring area.
Yeah, and it's going to be like that for the rest of the year. You know, Venuto, he kind of leads us in the scoring category. He's having a tremendous year, and then we get other guys chipping in as games go on.
Obviously, Lake Superior, you knew they weren't going to just lay down, and they got two big goals here to tie it back up here in the second period.
They did, you know, and kudos to them. You know, Milburn right there, number 9, he's a very, very good player. He's 6'4", he's got size, he's got hands. So he was somebody that we had to cue on, especially after Friday night's game.
As we go to the third period, tied up at 2, and here about midway through, you get a big goal here to take the lead again.
Well, if you look, we're all 3 guys are in front of the net, and that's what we've been preaching, is getting pucks and bodies to the net, and then Nards bangs one home.
Obviously, you get another goal here as they went with the extra skater and kind of put it away here. Well, you'll add one more before they get one right as kind of time expires.
Yeah, I thought when the goalie was pulled, we did a very, very good job of protecting the front of the net, which enabled us to go down and score that empty netter.
How important was it to get the win here to really start off this home-and-home series?
Yeah, it was very important. I mean, the league is tight. And then, you know, we get on the bus trip, and the guys are feeling good about themselves as we roll up there for Saturday.
Obviously, going into Saturday's game, both teams had to make that same trip, so they were going home to their own beds, but certainly had to make the trip as well.
Yeah, no, it was like you said, it's kind of like pro hockey. You know, that's how they do it. You go from one spot to another, and you got to be ready to play the next day.
As you came back on Saturday night, maybe talk about the performance here again. First period, kind of the same here, scoreless on Saturday night.
Yeah, it was a bit of a chess match early, I thought. They made some adjustments. We made some adjustments. I thought both goalies were very, very good. And, you know, we had a couple power plays early, didn't convert, but I thought it gave us some momentum then.
How important is it to have 2 quality goaltenders? Obviously, Logan Stein got the win on Friday, and Noah Giesbrecht came back out here on Saturday.
It's crucial, and I think when you look back at our teams, we've always tried to have 2 goaltenders since the time that we've been here. It's hard for one to play consistently, you know, month after month. So, like I said, Logan was very, very good Friday. I thought Noah was very good on Saturday, and we're just fortunate to have both of them.
Here in the second period, we'll see you guys take the early lead here again on Lake Superior State. Another big goal here in the second period.
Tremendous feed by Mac there to Holden, who scored his first collegiate goal. It's good to see because he's missed 3 or 4 breakaways. He's had one called back, so good for him.
This matchup against Lake Superior, kind of a series over the years that's really developed into a good rivalry.
It has. It really has. I mean, their coaching staff does a great job. And being 3.5, 4 hours away, in-state rival, it's a good competition.
Obviously, kind of back and forth here as you go into the third period, and kind of a great finish to this game here for both teams in the third.
Yeah, you saw Milburn score another one there, and this is going to be a great play by Caleb. He turns, fires it to the net, but once again, we got net front presence, and it creates issues.
They get a big goal here to take the lead, but they come right back, and they'll score here inside of 2 minutes with the extra skater on, and ties it up as you get ready to go to overtime.
Yeah, no, they had the extra guy and they found the seam pass, right? We got to take that away next time, and we did it on Friday and we were successful, and now we just got to take that seam pass away again next time.
Obviously, Travis Shouty will get the goal here in overtime, and something you guys have been very good at here over the course of the season is winning in overtime.
Yeah, I think we were 5-1 or 6-1 maybe in overtime, and Travis Shouty was rewarded with Defensive Player of the Week again. I think that's his third. So it was just a great play. By that group of three, I thought he could have fed Venuto, but elected to take the shot and it worked out.
Obviously, I get 2 big wins, and now back on the road here with a new opponent, Augustana, who's opening a new building out in Sioux Falls, South Dakota this weekend.
Yeah, we're going to be the first opponent in their new rink, so we'll fly out there on Thursday, play Friday, Saturday, and then come home after the game.
How nice is it to maybe have a new opponent that you haven't really seen before, and a new team coming into the conference?
You know, all we've seen is on video, and they look good. You know, they've created a good team there through transfers, through recruiting, so they've been able to do it maybe a little bit quicker than normal. But very well coached. They're a good team, and it's going to be exciting to play somebody new that'll eventually be in our conference.
Obviously, some long travel here in the second half of the season, and maybe talk about how you guys have kind of handled life on the road here in college hockey.
Yeah, so far so good. We'll get through this weekend, and then we play 2, and then we get a week off, and then we head out to Bemidji. So the off week comes at a crucial time. Give us some rest before we do go back on the road and finish up, with our home series. You
mentioned back at home after the trip to Augustana, taking on Bowling Green February 2nd and 3rd, and only hard to believe, only a couple weekends of home action left here for the Bulldogs.
It's gone fast. So every game right now is crucial. We just want to keep playing good hockey. We've had a very good second half, especially in league conference games, and we just want to keep that momentum moving forward.
Obviously, all these games here are going to play a major factor in kind of some of the playoff implications here as you look toward the CCHA tournament.
Yeah, and I think when you look at the standings, you got to remember wins are 3 points, and so we take 5 out of 6 this past weekend, and we move up in a hurry. So we just got to keep putting our best foot forward and try to get regulation wins in order to keep moving up that standings.
Maybe talk about how important the leadership's been for your team.
Yeah, very good. You know, our seniors have done a great job leading. Our leadership group, both on and off the ice, has been tremendous, and it just makes things a lot smoother, especially with the young kids that really don't know, hey, what's it like playing here, what's it like playing there, and they've done a tremendous job of leading those kids.
Well, Coach, thanks for the time, and best of luck here to the Bulldogs this weekend.
Thanks, Rob.
That'll do it for Ferris Sports Update. Log on to ferrisstatebulldogs.com to find out more. Have a great week.